Welcome back. We have an update from Peninsula Energy Limited, which trades on the OTCQB under the symbol PENMF and on the ASX under the symbol PEN. It's a uranium company providing U.S. production and direct market exposure. Happy to welcome back CEO and Director Wayne Heili. Welcome back, Wayne.
Thanks, Anna. And thank you all for joining as I present an update on Peninsula Energy. We're going to pop through a couple of slides real quickly to share with you the exciting updates of what's happening at Peninsula as we get our Lance projects ready for production in 2024. Since I'm talking about a lot of work that's in progress, we have some forward-looking statements that are likely to come out. I advise and have cautionary statements about the use of forward-looking statements. Really, here's the highlights for Peninsula Energy today. We are the next ASX listed uranium company set to enter production with a world-class asset in a Tier 1 jurisdiction, which is the state of Wyoming in the United States. We are on track for the commencement of production and commissioning of our project in late 2024. I'll share with you a little bit about that. Today, we sit with a very strong financial position, current cash balance of $100 million expected to fund operations at Lance to the point of sustainable free cash flow. So our balance sheet is where it needs to be. We have favorable uranium market dynamics, especially for near-term U.S. producers like Peninsula, who are going to be supplying into a very constrained market. So the stage is set for a good long run for uranium producers, U.S. uranium producers, and companies like Peninsula. Not only that, on top of getting ready for production, our assets are scalable. We have multiple growth avenues for the company with the development opportunities at our Kendrick, Barber, and Dagger projects, and I'll share a little bit of that with you as well. So the Lance projects, our flagship property in the state of Wyoming, consists of 3 areas. The Ross production area, which is fully licensed, holds about 6 million pounds of resources, has 2 previously mined or operated mining units, and an area where we're getting ready for new production out of a new mine unit 3 as well. The Kendrick area is our expansion area where we're going to move from Ross into Kendrick. It's the immediately adjacent area. It has an estimated almost 20 million pounds of additional resources. We have the mining permits and applications in front of the regulatory agencies, and they're really under final regulatory review right now. So some news flow will come later this year from the regulatory side for our company as we add Kendrick into our licensed production area. Then we have the exploration area we call Barber. All over, this is a 37-kilometer by 8-kilometer mineral rights area that we hold. It's contiguous, and Barber has another 32 million pounds, predominantly inferred resources, with a huge potential for resource growth through exploration. Altogether, our resources at the Lance projects are about 58 million pounds, and we hold an exploration target on the area of 104 to 163 additional million pounds. So this could one day, forward-looking statement, please be advised, hold as much as 200 million pounds if we continue to properly explore and expand the resource over the property that we have under control as mineral rights. Peninsula is very well placed to significantly grow this Lance project in size and scale and make it exactly what it is, a world-class, long-term producing asset in the United States. Today, what we're doing as we're getting ready for the production is preparing our plant for construction. Previously, this plant facility at Ross was built for toll processing. We loaded uranium on resins and shipped those resins to others who toll processed for us. Today, we're getting our plant ready to do the full end-to-end production of dry yellowcake, which means we're doubling our ion exchange capacity, having a plant now with about 2 million pound per year production capacity. We're adding in elution circuits, precipitation circuits, and drying and packaging circuits so that we can produce dry yellowcake at a rate up to 2 million pounds per year. All of this plant expansion activity is currently ongoing. Construction is very active at the site. We have over 50 people working on a 24-hour basis on the plant construction, with an aim to have this plant expansion complete before the end of this year and ready for operations. Today, in that regard, activities are progressing as scheduled and on budget. All major equipment's been ordered and is scheduled for delivery in a timely manner that'll allow us to get this plant complete before the end of the year. Costs are also in line with our budget expectations. We're building some auxiliary facilities also that will improve our operational efficiencies. All that's under construction, and at the same time, we have 11 drill rigs on site right now, drilling new wells, developing the Mine Unit 3 area. Mine Units 1 and 2 already have been prepared for operations, and now the drill rigs have moved into Mine Unit 4. So we have rigs putting in and completing pattern wells for mining. And everything is moving according to plans. Because they're moving so well, we're getting well fields preconditioned for operations now. Preconditioning is preparing the pH in the well field, lowering it to the point where uranium will become soluble. If you precondition before you start operations, that means you can start moving uranium-bearing and uranium-rich solutions into your plant processes immediately when your plant is available. We're also doing process optimization testing. We have pilot scale demonstrations going on in the plant right now, familiarizing the operators who will be running the commercial plant with the new unit operations, making sure that we'll minimize our losses and ensuring that we'll have a high quality final product at the end of the day. The timeline looks like this for us. We're in the third quarter now. And we've commenced the preconditioning operations, as I just mentioned. Ahead of us now is the commissioning and preconditioning of Mine Unit 3, header house number 11, once the installation is complete, and that should happen in September. By the end of the year, we expect to be commissioning the new unit operations in the expanded plant. And in the second quarter of 2025, we anticipate having delivered our first produced yellow cake to our customers. By the third quarter of next year, if things go on track, we're projected to achieve sustainable, positive free cash flow, the mark of a real solid and meaningful company. Our product is going into a very robust market. We're happy to talk about that at another time. We have very limited window today, but the fundamentals for the market are incredible. We have a contract offtake portfolio that with 6 companies, about 40% of our projected production over the next 10 years is going into contracts. And the balance is giving us good leverage to the uranium spot price. 60% of our material will be sold on the spot market as well. Offtake pricing mechanisms are some fixed, some market-linked pricing formulas. Everything that we have right now is what we like. We retain great flexibility to maximize the value from any future production upgrades or production from our Barber and Dagger project. I mentioned Dagger. It's really a project that's about 20 kilometers northeast of Lance, so it's still in the same neighborhood. It can be a satellite facility that can help us expand our production footprint and add another 1 million pounds a year or so of production to the project. Right now, it holds about 7 million pounds of inferred resource. It's an interesting project because the grade is about twice the size of the Lance project average grade, or twice the grade of the Lance project average grade. We have mineral rights acquired at a very low cost. We did this in-house. This was our team's knowledge that brought us to this point. So with that, I'm going to pause and Anna, if you have any questions, we got about a minute left, I guess.
All right, great. We do. Talk a little bit about the plant expansion construction effort progressing at Lance.
Yeah, great. Right now we're finishing pouring slabs. We've been setting equipment on portions of the slabs that have been poured, and we're putting up the building structure around it. So very rapid visual progress at the site. Every day you go out there, there's something new going on, but we have new ion exchange columns set on the plant pad, new tanks put on the pad, building structure going up, concrete being poured. The crews are working 24/7, and it's a real exciting time out at the project.
And so why is this a good time to invest in Peninsula?
Well, our valuations have just not reflected the stage that this company is at. Excuse me. We have had a tremendous path to get to here, but with $100 million in cash and really effectively a $200 million valuation, our project, the Lance Project, is just simply not seeing the valuation that it should in the market. But companies like us at the pre-production stage very typically see growth in our market cap and expanded investor interest at this stage of the project. So it should be a very exciting second half of 2024.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for this update, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, Anna.
All right. Be well. Everyone will be right back.